So today we're going to talk about body dysmorphia. It's a mental illness where you're obsessed with how your body looks and your overall appearance, and why not try to make yourself look better? People treat you differently based on how you look. Most Americans don't have body dysmorphia. Some of us couldn't care less about how we look, but God knows I make myself look as good as possible to compensate for my lack of personality. Now, a lot of men suffer from this. We start working out, taking protein, and if that doesn't work, you could take steroids or growth hormone. But there's a new substance people are injecting into themselves called synthol. Now, synthol doesn't make you stronger. When you inject it, it just hardens, it expands. Synthol is really popular in the Middle East and Brazil, and slowly it's making its way into the United States. And a year from now, it might be common to see people who look like this. Now, the clips I'm showing you are of recently deceased bodybuilder Valdir Segato. This guy was inspired by Arnold Schwarzenegger and the Hulk. You wouldn't know that because he looked like a cloud. Back in 2017, he started getting side effects like nerve damage and muscle disfigurement, and you could see how red his arms are compared to the rest of his body. Disgusting. His doctors warned him that he would probably have to get his arm amputated if he continues this. Now, obviously, you inject the oil into your muscle, but if the needles hit a vein and you inject this expanding oil into your bloodstream, you could die. This guy didn't care. He liked the social media attention he was getting, and even though he doubled the size of his arms, he wanted them to be bigger. And sure, it was big, but it didn't look natural. And I'm not going to sugarcoat this. He looked terrible. It's surprising that nobody around him was willing to tell him that. And in his final years, he didn't have a lot of friends or family. He injected synthol into his arms, his chest, and they looked like balloons. This man was literally Pamela Anderson, and it's possible he injected it into his brain because something wrong has to be going on up there for him to think that looking like this was a good idea. His official cause of death is a heart attack. The oil he was injecting traveled to his heart, congesting it. And I don't mean to disrespect the dead. Rest in peace to this legendary genius. But it's super important to prevent men from doing things like this. This guy isn't the first synthol user to die. Steroids in general. Rich Piana died in his 40s. Boston Lloyd died in his 20s. Ziz died when he was 22. It was all in the name of looking better, even though doing stuff like this doesn't actually make you look better. Anyway, I think I'm going to start taking this stuff. I know I said it looked bad earlier, but seeing how he had over 1 million followers on TikTok, it was worth it at the end of the day. I wonder what happens when you inject this stuff into your dick. Only one way to find out, right? Nah, but seriously, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out.